massive Dragon Ball Z fan for 21 years. We have Sean Schemmel here, gonna come hang out with us and chat with us here for a couple minutes. Come on up, sir. Everybody give him a big round of applause.
Hey, everybody.
Share your energy with
Let
me.
me take my, it's over here. Yes, sure. I'll sit over here, get out all my gear. Whoa, what a low couch. I love it. These are very short panels, apparently, so we're gonna get some quick fire questions.
We're gonna rapid fire some questions, have a good little conversation, and I have to say, it's very cool to see. I don't know how many of y'all have waited in line to meet this gentleman today, but I have some fans and followers of my YouTube videos that were like, I wanted to meet you, but I waited in line for Sean for so many. I'm like, he's way cooler than I am, so go meet him, and you can meet me anytime.
No, it's all good. I'm blown away by the turnout. I've not really done. I've done comic book shops. There's a lot of cards, but I've never really done a collectibles show where it's a lot of card heavy show. And you guys turned out in droves, so obviously there's a lot of big card collectors out here, and made my line just nonstop. So I'm super grateful for that. How many have seen the new movie? Yes.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it so
you're
bad.
gonna love it. You're gonna
I've
love
been
it.
here, and oh man, I can't wait.
Dude, it's I don't. Well, we can ask questions about it. I don't want to do spoilers, but
yeah,
you're gonna really enjoy it.
That's
you're really. It's a nice respite, and it's Gohan and Piccolo get their day.
Yes,
that's all I'm gonna say.
I'll say as a massive Dragon Ball Z fan, I connected with Gohan a lot.
Oh, you're gonna love this then.
I know it because I was really.
You're gonna cry.
Gohan got nerfed, okay? Gohan got nerfed at a certain point in Dragon Ball Z. And so I'm like, oh, this is what's happening. Very, very cool. So, yes, I can't wait to see the movie. Something I want to ask, I always have to ask when I do these interviews. I know you've done cons for so long. What's the most memorable convention experience that you had? What's something that just sticks out to you like, wow, that was a cool moment?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's just a creature comfort thing, like, and I hate to call that my favorite experience because it's just about whether or not I was personally comfortable. So there's that, which is like, was the hotel comfortable and did I have fun? But really, when you're talking about with interaction with the fans, it's not so much the convention as it is any particular scenario where it's a very special interaction, and a lot of times that centers around people who have gotten through really rough times watching the show, and that you're kind of surrogately a part of that, especially if they've lost loved ones. And so they'll share those stories with me and we'll talk. And my favorite part is just meeting everybody who loves Dragon Ball in general, because I'm in the booth recording, I don't really get any feedback, and so it's really nice to have everybody come up and tell you how much they enjoy what you're doing. And what I do with that is when you tell me that, I use it like a spirit bomb, and I take all that into my energy, and then when I go back into the booth, I kamehameha out my mouth into the recording, meaning I take the energy and put it back into the character. So it's kind of a lovely circle of life. So I like to imagine I'm bringing the fans with me into the booth, giving me the energy I need to give them more. It's kind of a symbiotic thing, I feel.
I can only imagine, like, on the scale of how many fans you have, because I can empathize with that as well, doing YouTube content full time.
Oh, yeah.
People coming up and telling me, hey, your videos mean so much to me. That the people behind the screen, that when you're in the booth and you're by yourself, or I'm in my house staring at a camera, there's thousands, millions of people that are going to be behind that and see that.
Yeah.
And making an impact on them.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
It is very cool.
And
with the internet, almost anybody can do it. I mean, there's all kinds of YouTube stars now, etc.
Yeah.
And anybody can do it. It's surreal for me. Fame has been a very strange mistress, I guess. I don't know what you call it. But yeah, it's something I struggle with because I love interacting with everybody. But usually after a convention, there's about Monday through Wednesday, I'm pretty much a zombie.
Yeah.
And then usually Thursday, I have to fly to another convention. And then my girlfriend's like, you didn't do anything around the house. I'm like, I'm exhausted. I mean, she's actually really cool, but she doesn't ever complain. Actually, I made that up. But she's very, very supportive of me just, being able to take the time to heal and go.
Yeah.
But I'm getting older. I've been doing this a long time. So it's starting to take its toll on me. I got to work out more. My doctor's like, you have to medically work out. You're too old. And I'm like, I got to get Goku inspiration.
So speaking of, you said you've been doing this a while. This is, I'm sure everybody here wants to know this. This is something that I want to know. Like, how did you land the role of Goku? Like, what was that experience like? How did that happen?
It's an unusual and surreal process because it was not like a normal audition. Mm-hmm. They were moving the show from Canada to the U.S., so they wanted to have sound-alike casts, and so they wanted us to voice match the Canadian cast in 1999, which is when I started doing it. And so that was my first audition. I was doing voices in a puppet theater, really, for fun, and we're controlling puppets, and I was teaching French horn and playing in orchestras because I'm a musician. And a lot of my friends are like, "You're really good at voices, dude," because I always do voices all the time. I just love doing it. I do impersonations of my friends. I do impersonations of celebrities. I was just always doing it. I go to karaoke and do impersonations of famous people singing. And so they go, "You got to do it. You got to do it." And the problem is with me and art, if I do it, I'm gonna just half-ass it. So I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, right? So in a Target, it made me very uncomfortable. I mean, I was proud, but when you hear that, it's almost like it feels like you're naked. You know, it was very strange. I mean, I'm comfortable with it now, but you know, I came from a classical music background, so I wasn't an actor growing up and used to that sort of thing. But the fans are so cool, and I have a relationship with the fans that is so cool in the sense that I love explaining to new people to Dragon Ball. I warn them, and I warn them about the fans, and I say, look, don't mess with Dragon Ball fans. Like, they'll get a part on Dragon Ball. Hey, I'm on the show now. I'm like, be careful. They will love you to death, and they will eat you alive if you screw it up. That's, you know, so if you screw up the lore or argue with them, like. I mean, it's my favorite kind of fan because I'm that kind of fan for the things I like. Right. So I'm a rabid fan myself. I have Dragon Ball as well as other things I like, and so I love trying to read people in on what the protocol is for. We have a new cast members for the new movie. We have Charles Martinet is the voice of Magenta. Okay. He's thrilled, man. He's the voice of Mario. He's in the new movie. Cool. I think he's the main bad guy in the movie. Like, he's really good in it. Very cool. And Alex Lee is in it, and Zach Aguilar and Jeannie Tirado's in it. Zach Aguilar's Dr. Hedo. He's also the main bad guy. Well, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but yeah, Dr. Hedo's in it. He's in it as Dr. Hedo. Johnny Young Bosch is in it as Broly. He's freaking amazing. Chris directed that film. He directed the snot out of it. I think it's possibly, look, it's just my personal professional opinion, but like, in my opinion, and if it wasn't as good, I'd tell you, I don't do hype. So when I say I think it might be the best dub we ever did, that's not a bullshit hype. That's my opinion, being critical of my colleagues. Cool, like, I think it's that good.
I'm excited to see it. I'm such a big fan of the Dragon Ball Z movies. I have DVDs of Dragon Ball Z movies in my studio. Like, back when I had to go to Best Buy and wait in line to get the DVD because there was no such thing as a streaming service.
Do you have the old videotapes that make a picture?
I do. Yes. I have the Saiyan saga in, or not cool. The Saiyan saga, the Namek saga right there, and had to make the picture with all the videotapes. Very, very cool stuff.
I think it's going to go up from here. I do think that my suspicion is the folks in Japan have a master plan for global domination. That's the sense I get working with them all these years. And I have supported that, and I've told them I want to see amusement parks everywhere. I want to see Dragon Ball theme. It's such a huge, rich world. I would love to see some, I don't know, dragon roller coaster, ride the dragon.
Something that I would love to see, as I like to play card games, so I play Magic. I would die if Magic the Gathering came out with a Dragon Ball Z set, where I could draft Dragon Ball Z and build a Gohan deck, or build a Goku deck.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That would be crazy, dude.
I don't have any idea what the ropes look like.
They got the new Fortnite mashup. They got the new Fortnite.
They just announced Doctor Who.
I just downloaded Fortnite, and I'm going to play it possibly Tuesday. Me and Zach are working it out. But me and Zach are going to co-stream the Fortnite with Dragon Ball Z skins on Tuesday night, probably, from my Twitch and his YouTube.
Very cool.
And my mom is Sean Games and stuff, and I don't have his YouTube channel memorized. Sorry, Zach. But he's Dr. Hedo in the new movie. That kid's a great kid, man. I wish I had his smarts and his success at age 25.
What's it like? So Zach's obviously a younger VA. He clearly had to be a Dragon Ball Z fan growing up. What's it like working with somebody that he's got a major role as a major?
Well, we did even go back another movie when I did the first Dragon Ball movie and Ian Sinclair got cast as Whis. He grew up watching Dragon Ball, and he was geeking out to work on the show with us. And then I found out Zach also grew up watching, and then Alex Lee. What's funny about him is I said, I go, when were you born, dude? And he goes, 1999.
Oh my
And I'm like, that's when I started on the show. So one of the Gammas, it was Alex is in it and Zena Robinson's in it. They sound amazing together. And it just tripped me out that Alex is on the show and he was born the year I started.
That's wild. So last question, and this is something that I'm super curious to know. Besides Goku, obviously can't pick yourself. What's your favorite Dragon Ball Z character?
Oh, I love all. Well, I like. For the record, before I talk about my love of tiny characters, I have been a Piccolo fan for many years. And when I moved to New York, Chris Sabat gave me an autographed Piccolo action figure in 2002, and I have it on my shrine of stuff he's given me in my studio, and it's faded a little bit, but I was such a big, and I wanted, it's so funny because I've always wanted Piccolo to kind of stay in and being badass and powering up and doing more stuff, and he's kind of been, relegated as a babysitter the last 10 years, and so for me, you get your Gohan bros out there, which I love, but for me, it was a big Piccolo movie for me, so I was geeking out, on the Piccolo thing. So as far as big characters, I'm a big Piccolo fan. I really enjoyed playing Nail, who got absorbed by Piccolo. But generally, I like the tiny characters. I love Gregory and Bubbles. Okay. I love Chaozu. I love Gregory. My favorite thing, anytime, it probably doesn't come across in my acting, but I've always secretly tried to, every time Goku shows up on King Kai's planet and he addresses Gregory and Bubbles the first time, I always try to have a hint in my voice of, remember that time we invaded King Kai's liquor cabinet and drank it all and he didn't know? So I'll go, Gregory, Bubbles, kind of like, remember?
There's some underlying
double entendre. Probably never came across, but that was I was thinking when I was recording it.
Very cool.
Because I always like to imagine that they get in trouble when King Kai's sleeping or something. King Kai's like, what? He's, oh, come on, Goku, drink all my whiskey again. I don't know if he drinks or not. I'm assuming King Kai has.
I would assume King Kai has a nice whiskey cabinet.
There's a lot of weird stuff like that in Dragon Ball, so they have to Photoshop it out or whatever. But yeah, man, it's been quite a ride, and I can't believe it turns out this way, and I can't believe that, because when I got on the show, I didn't know it was going to be this big. I knew it was a big show, but I was also so naive when I got on the show. I'm like, I'm in show business. It's going to be great, and there'll be fans, and it's going to be, and it wasn't for a long time, but the Dragon Ball Spirit Bomb has been building for 20 years, and I'm thrilled and honored to be a part of it. And I think this new movie is a visual tour de force, and Akira Toriyama is such a genius because, well, what he'll do is, here's what will happen, he'll say, oh, the new movie, and there'll be leaks, and then fans will be like, oh no, they brought back Frieza, it's gonna suck, and then it's amazing. And then they go, oh, Cell's back, it's gonna suck, and then it's amazing. So he knows how to pivot and give you what you want and still give you nostalgia and give you something new, which I think makes him a real genius storyteller. I agree. That and the entire team at Soei and Toei, they really have a whole special team dedicated to that stuff, and they don't really tell me anything until a couple weeks before. But I've had really great conversations with some of the animation folks there, and I know a little bit about what's to come, but I can't talk about it because I'm not saying anything official. I'm just saying I know a little bit here and there. And they would be foolish to not continue it,
Oh yeah, I'm excited for the future of Dragon Balls. I'm excited to see the new movie. This has been an absolute pleasure to
Thank you. I wish we could have taken questions. They do
y'all.
short panels at the show.
So
right
anybody, obviously y'all know where his line